think that's really good. So 7-3 winning, definitely Zangief. Character literally has 0 options against zoning. If you play your portals right, he's not supposed to win. Like, Geef is gonna take some type of risk to win the matchup. What's good, Elite? Geef is gonna take some type of risk to win the matchup. So as long as you play your cards right, put a portal up, don't take any risks yourself, Geef should not be winning that match. Like, if you lose that match, you need to go back because there was probably a mistake that you made that you didn't have to make. Because Geef really does not have any tools. Like, Manon can potentially get in off of like a random special move. Geef cannot. So portal placement is very important, and of course spiking wherever Geef is or you feel like Geef is gonna move to, super important. Blanka. I have not fought a Blanka that has beaten me. I have beaten all Blankas. I really do feel like it's in JP's favor because it's like, what is Blanka gonna do? If he can't jump, he can't move, spikes cover his movement, fake ball is fake, you can fuzzy mash. I don't really see how he's gonna beat you, and you can parry out of all his Oki, so he doesn't really have an answer for you outside of like just outplay you, and that's gonna be hard. It's definitely at neutral, you have the advantage. The only thing he could do, he could block a ball through like ghosts and stuff, but who cares? Don't throw ghosts or throw fake ghosts, make him block a ball. So yeah, I don't struggle. I haven't struggled with any Blankas. I'll probably put this on YouTube. So I would definitely like to fight Wolfgang sometime because Wolfgang believes the matchup is the opposite. So I would definitely like to run that. Cammy, of course, losing. I don't lose to regular Cammy players. I'm not gonna cap. I do not lose to regular Cammy players. You definitely have to be built different. Punk, Knuckle have definitely been a thorn in my side with Cammy. Full reason why I picked up Honda, took him to master rank, because this matchup is kind of troubling. Like, I don't like the matchup. Most JPs don't like the matchup. The matchup is very difficult. It's basically the changing her arc of her jump with the dive kick is very frustrating. So I don't really like that matchup. It's winnable, but it's like, if you want to pick up another character that had better odds, that is a good choice, but it's definitely winnable. Definitely winnable. It's just you have to change the way you play. Chun Li. I haven't another character. I haven't really struggled against her either. I have seen Sako cook in Japan with Chun Li versus JP, but I also think that some of their JPs aren't putting up really good portals quite yet. That could be another factor. Hazanshu is a factor, but it's not really. They can't do it on reaction per se. I feel like if you fake Ghost and they Hazanshu, you could just parry or, you know, put them in a situation with a neutral jump, something like that. That's generally her way in, but at full screen, you win that. Mid-screen, in my opinion, you still win it. I think the only way she wins is if she gets close. So she's gonna have to kind of rush down to win that. Dawson is in a weird spot. I don't think it's bad, and I don't think you win it. I think it's even. I think that you eliminate Dawson's options. I think you eliminate Dawson's options very well, and I also think that Dawson eliminates your options very well. So it comes down to who's gonna play better. I think it ultimately comes down to who's going to play better. And yeah, Dragon, you're right about the Chun Li. Level 2 does kind of change the matchup because you can't really do anything, like shoot projectiles and stuff. So the Dhalsim, we both eliminate each other's options. That sounds like a 5-5 to me. Because while he can teleport, I can crouch fierce into full combos. And he really can't yoga levitate because I can teleport through my portal and air throw him. And jump M keeps him out the air on counter hit if he's like levitating into a full combo route. DeeJay is weird. I think he falls into the same category as Guile though. I think both of these characters, I'll put them together because for sure JP dominates Guile. The DeeJay matchup, DeeJay has a lot more rushdown tools than Guile, so you could force the rushdown, but the problem is DeeJay, while he does have a rushdown, baiting counter would be the problem, because your counter will eliminate all his plus frame situations in general. So like those plus frames really don't matter too much. Then it puts you in a gamble of like mashing or not mashing, and DeeJay simply can't really jump, and you are limiting all of his options from full screen. He cannot zone you. He just can't zone you. So it's pretty hard. Like the DeeJay has to rush down, and you utilize all his rush down tools, and like some of his rush down tools are like hella DIable. So I don't really think that JP struggles with DeeJay. Like DeeJay could definitely win the match, but it's definitely not 5-5. Anytime you're eliminating a key part of somebody's game and forcing another part, like it's probably in the other character's favor. E.Honda is 5-5. E.Honda literally, I don't think the E.Hondas understand that all you really have to do in that matchup is like walk forward. All you literally have to do in that matchup is like walk forward. If you walk forward in that matchup, you'll be okay. I think that's the biggest thing about the E.Honda matchup. Walking forward, and then the headbutt is more of a threat, and butt slam is more of a threat as well. But I think Hondas overextend, and they would probably say it might be bad. But nah, it's literally 5-5. I actually really like that matchup, playing with Honda and with JP both ways. Jamie, I'm not gonna cap. This one is weird because I'm not sure if it's he has a lot of options to get in off a drive rush, and it's very, very hard to stop him. And he has a dive kick, so you cannot anti-air him. I might put it right here. That dive kick, the fact that he has a dive kick automatically throws off all of your anti-airs, so you have to play different. A really good drive rush to get in, really good pressure in general, and then does have a command grab. So I might think that might be bad. That might be bad. That might be a hot take where people might not believe that, but I fought a couple Jamies and it's not easy. It feels pretty hard in neutral. You really can't do what you want to do at all. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it here because it would make sense, because it's kind of like the same concept as Cammy. The dive kick throws off everything. Juri, definitely a bad matchup. Drive rush, one of the best drive rushes in the game. I think DeeJay has the best one, but Juri literally has a number 2 drive rush in the game. It's just ridiculous. She gets on your block with plus frames easy. She basically has a very flowchart playstyle that works very well against JP. And if she corners you, it's pretty much wraps. On top of meaty fireball, she could just meaty fireball you all the time and get pressure, so the counter is not even a threat in that matchup. And she has a dive kick as well, so she can throw off your anti-airs. Like everything that I'm saying just makes it completely terrible. Ken 5-5 for sure. Ken super aggressive, can get in at will, but definitely still has to respect all of JP's tools because he is a Shoto. So he has to take his time, because if you're, you know, running in Dragon Lash and stuff, like, you're gonna get DI'd, sent back full screen. If you're trying to drive rush in, JP can cover that angle very well against Ken. Medium spike, super good. Light portal, super good against Ken, because they're gonna want to rush you down like Omega. Kimberly 5-5. While it might appear that that'd be a bad matchup because of the teleport, it's not. To beat Kimberly, you just got to kind of sit in one spot. Occasional neutral jump, sit in one spot. Light portal is super good against her. You're not going to be really spiking too much. Maybe like randomly to just change the pace of the match, but you're not really going to be spiking too much. Occasional, right? Not too many spikes. but because the teleport is a threat. And if she teleports, the cool thing about JP, if she does teleport, Crouch Fierce automatically eliminates both teleports, air teleport and ground. If you Crouch Fierce it on reaction, you'll get a punish counter, you get a free combo. So I think that Kimberly is definitely 5-5. You do have to alter your play, but you have the tools to still threaten her, and that's the difference. Like, yeah, she shuts down like Spike's full screen, but she doesn't shut down any other part of his game. Lily, I haven't fought it too much, like a lot, but I think this is bad for her because while she does have Condor Spire to go through projectiles and stuff, that doesn't matter. Because for one, you have drive reversal. For two, as like his counter stands right now, it is countering throws and strikes. So anytime she gets plus frames, she has to guess on her own offense, and that's just not good. And her whole game is strike command grab. So it's like, that's just not a good feeling that your whole game is based around something JP shuts down. On top of drive reversal does exist. And if she's ever at a full screen deficit, she's just losing. And she cannot power up full screen. She cannot power up full screen. That's a problem. She cannot stock. So all of her stocks are going to be on hit. And if she's not stocked, it's a really bad matchup. She has a chance when she's stocked, but if she doesn't have a stock, it's bad. Luke, 5-5. I have been up and down with the Luke placement of it being maybe 6-4 in his favor. I used to think at one point he won it, and now, you know, after a lot of games against Noah, I think Noah right now is the most dangerous JP for sure. In tournament, outside of tournament, doesn't matter. I think Noah's like plays the matchup the best out of any Lukes that I fought so far. But I think it's 5-5. I think the key, you both do really good things in a matchup. Like JP, like Luke can't sit full screen, of course. Most cannot. So Luke has to play at a closer range. EX Ghost covering Luke's Sandblast and punishing him and pushing him full screen makes him think twice about Sandblast. So you're making the character that relies on Sandblast think twice. He really doesn't have like devastating jump in, so you can anti-air him like easily. But at the same time, if you get cornered, it's problematic. But I feel like he still remotely has to play your game. He just has to get in, which isn't really a problem for Luke. But you definitely have to utilize the mechanics to beat Luke, like drive reversals and stuff like that. When he's pressuring you too much, you have to use universal mechanics. But just in general, I think his whole Sandblast game is like whatever, as long as JP does have some meter. EX Ghost kind of covers that and can force Luke into playing your game. Manon, I would put it 7-3. I would put it up here, but she definitely has a chance to beat you just because of the way her metal system works and the fact that she does have special moves that she could just kind of chunk out. They are unsafe, but she can still chunk them out, hit you, get a knockdown, and potentially like rob you. So I do feel like it could be. It might be here though. Nah, I'll leave it right there. If she didn't have the metal system and she just had a regular command grab, then yeah, it would be 7-3. But the metal system makes it 6-4. She still loses, but yeah, I think 6-4. She really like falls into the same category as Geef, but she just has lunge and special moves. So I don't really have to go too much in depth into that. You can pretty much zone her out, put up some portals, and it's kind of hard for her to approach. Marisa, now this one might be controversial because some people think that Marisa like cooks JP based on results from Kumite, but I think that the matchup is actually in his favor. You just have to put up the right portal. Like if you're putting up the wrong portal, of course she's gonna get in and maul you, and she deletes everybody's life bar, so that's not special, you know. But I think that all of his tools can zone her out easily. I don't think it's like hard to keep her out. I just think that you have to place all of your placements have to be like calculated and thought about. Like it's not auto, you know. That's the biggest part about that. Ryu. Ryu. 5-5. At one point, I thought JP might be Ryu, but nah. With Ryu, it's about good fireballs, good dashes, and good jumps. You have to mix up those three. If you can mix up those three, because of course Ryu doesn't have the same options as Ken to get in. If you can mix up those three, Ryu is kind of a problem. He can be kind of problematic. And a lot scarier than Ken because Ryu does more damage than Ken. So I feel like Ryu is 5-5 against JP. I don't think it's like an advantage. You just, like I said, you have to have really good jumps, dashes, and fireball game to win that matchup. Alright, so this is my list. I like this list. I think it's pretty solid. The only one that could change out of here is Jamie, but I stand on those things about like the dive kick and stuff like that, altering how JP has to like anti-air you. Like you have to start going air to air and like air throwing and crazy stuff. So yeah, this will be my list, and I will put this on YouTube if anybody missed it for the explanation.